won't think about it. Ha! You know what she should say? And I don't really want to be a dick. No. Even if it's not true and it's, you know you're gonna die and you know they're gonna kill her, you just be like, you know what I do have? Lucius. He, like, yeah, boom, and then just, like, go into detail. It's not even, you don't even know if it's true or not, and you're just like, blah, 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 about his penis, blah, 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 and he says he loves me, and we're gonna get married, and, you know, blah, 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 and he like this, and he does this, and blah, 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 and I just talk this shit up, and I'd be like, yeah, eat your fucking words, bitch, because he don't, like you anymore. You can take a big, fat dick. I don't like Bellatrix. I think she can suck a big fat dick. And I don't even care. I hate that bitch. She can kiss my ass. Nobody makes Hermione cry. That is so not okay with me. Oh dear, just look at her. Have I upset you, little girl? I feel angrier then. Ah, she should say it. Sorry. Her words fill me with the strength I think of Ron and of Harry, and of everything else I can grab hold of for hope, and I lift up my head. Bellatrix is staring down at me, her black eyes darting maniacally. She's got a small line of spit running down her chin. I look across to Draco, watching his reaction. He's trying to stare at me with hatred and contempt, trying to emulate his auntie. There's something in his eyes, something that reminds me of his father. It's not a hunger I often see in Lucius's eyes. No. It's pity. The same unwilling pity I've seen in Lucius's gaze. Draco, don't you wonder why your aunt cares so much about what she thinks is going on between me and your father? Oh, you should not have said her your father. That is so creepy. I asked furiously. She's like, I don't understand this word father. Blah, 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 about father being awkward. Then she says it 2 times, one side in her head and the other one right out loud. Shut up! Bellatrix screams. Yeah, bitch, fuck that. Boosh, what? Boosh, what? Sorry. It's happening. And a stream of fire escapes from the end of her wand. I'm not going to just lie here and let her do this. If Draco's having any kind of doubts, then I can exploit them. To check what time my alarm is set to go off. Yes, 7 is quite fine. She's sleeping with him, Draco, I say clearly. Draco's face blanches visibly. Or she was, anyway. That's why she's reacting like this. Because she thinks I've stolen him from her. Silence! A huge cut rips into my cheek as Bellatrix points her wand at me furiously. I will not put up with your filthy lies, my love. They're not lies, Draco, I swear. I say desperately, I've seen her kiss him. Even Voldemort knows that, for God's sake. Draco just stares at me, the color having left his face. Bellatrix looks over at him, her own cheeks white with fear. She approaches him and lays her hands softly on his shoulder. He flinches and shrugs her away. Draco, she whispers softly. Draco, she's lying. I am angry, simply for your mother's sake. Nothing more. How could I sleep with my own brother-in-law? How could I do such a thing? Why would I do such a thing to my own sister? But I saw you, I say desperately. And I've seen memories of you having a go at him about me. You're jealous of me. That's why you're doing this. Her face pinches. Her face... a weird noise. Her face twists for a second. She keeps her attention on Draco. Who are you going to believe? She asks quietly. Are you going to believe me, your aunt, who spent your entire life devoted to your little sister? Your little sister? Or are you going to believe your father's mudblood whore, who just spent the few years, making your life a misery? Draco flinches slightly at the word whore. Picks his face back some color, turning back to her. He smiles shakily. He says quietly, Of course I believe you. I'm sorry, Auntie. She smiles and reaches up, brushing his cheek with her hand. What a rapist. Her cheek with her hand. His cheek with her hand, goddammit. Lacing, I hate the his and the hers. The pronouns fuck me up every time. Lacing her fingers. So creepy. You're so creepy. God, you're like so on everyone's dick who's related to you. Calm down. Placing her fingers over his cheek and curling them in his white hair. He smiles, a small blush creeping over his face. Jesus Christ, what a family. A pair of them turn back to me. She's just her. It's not anybody else. She's just an incestuous little crazy bitch. A pair of them turn back to me, smiling horribly with identical rage in their eyes. You vicious liar! Draco hisses violently, throwing a stinging hex onto my cheek. You're so stupid, Granger. Do you really think I'm going to believe you with my own family? Bellatrix smiles triumphantly behind him. I know there's no point in telling the truth. Draco will never believe me about his beloved auntie. Why would he? He just sees me. He just sees me as the mudblood who's trying to steal his mother, his father, away from his mother. I mean, why would he? Why would he? He seems to struggle for a moment, his face contorting, as if he's trying to decide what's easier for him to comprehend, the thought of his father sleeping with his aunt or the thought of his father sleeping with mudblood. And why? Pray tell, have you been in Lucius pensive? Bellatrix says, smiling triumphantly. Why would he let you see something as intimate as his memories? If you are nothing more than a prisoner of his. I bite down my tongue furiously. I'm such a bloody idiot. No reason. That's it. Like, no reason. You know. Okay. She flicks her wand in the air, catching a silver knife in her hand. Her face, knives are not good. Her face smooths out into a malicious smile. She steps towards me, holding the knife out of her shaking hand, as if it's a present to me. You just made a big mistake there, mudblood. Just then, you just made a big mistake. Just then, mudblood, she murmurs, her words thick with venom. With that malicious little lie, you just condemned yourself. She stepped away from me and flicked her wand again. Knocks. The lights dissolved around me, leaving me a cold, endless darkness. I can see a bloody thing. I'm alone and vulnerable, trapped in a room with two people who want nothing more than make me suffer. I hear a small crackling noise. It's only tiny, but it gives me a jump off my skin. Don't think you can hide in the dark, Granger. Draco's voice says out of the darkness. Don't think we can't see you. It's my hands of glory after all, no matter how much my father likes to borrow it. Bellatrix giggles, bouncing through the darkness. I feel tears of fear well up on my in my eyes, and I turn around and round, trying desperately to see what's going on. Oh God, just look at it. Bellatrix whispers, her voice closer than I thought it was before. Look at her. Why on earth does he want her? Who would ever want her? My eyes sting as I press them into the darkness still. I don't know where she is, or if she's going to do that bloody knife of hers. God, what am I going to do? I turn around again and I duck. I'm crawling along the floor, feeling out desperately for my bed. If I could just hide under it, then maybe Bellatrix, diversive screams of laughter hit me like a slap in the face. Get her! I hear footsteps before I feel a boot whip into my ribs and I fall to the floor, gasping for breath. A hand closes around my hair and pulls me back to my feet. You spent your whole life running away, Granger. Draco mutters furiously in my ear. But then Gryffindors always were under hypocrites, weren't they? They were never much practice what they preach. Like Slytherins. Slytherins. A weird thing. Who make sure we follow ideas through. I don't care about Gryffindors or Slytherins anymore, Draco. I whisper back, tears coming out from my cheeks. There are so many more important things I have to concern myself with now. Hogwarts doesn't matter to me anymore. all that matters to me is survival. It's your father who's seen to that. His grip. Okay, his grip. Weird noises I'm making tonight. It's because I'm so tired. His grip on my hair loosens in my hand, but I feel his hands fly across my face in a slap. But it didn't come from him. I know that it didn't. You insolent slut! Bellatrix hisses. From, close in front of me, I can almost feel her breathing on my face. You will pay for your insolent pride and your actions they have caused you to take. Wiry fingers grip across my wrists and pull them out in front of me, face up. All actions have consequences, mudblood. Excuse me, she whispers. That's something you should have learned years ago. A sudden movement. Then pain rips across my wrist so suddenly that I don't even register with it doesn't even register with me at first. Until it all crashes down on me. I cry out and she lets go of my wrist. What did you do? I asked desperately, holding my wrist out in front of me. She giggles maliciously. I didn't do anything, she whispers. Have you hurt yourself, I instinctively hold my wrist out in front of me, but I can't see anything. Of course I can't. But I can feel something warm trickling down my wrists. It's a lie. It's all a lie. She hasn't really done it. She can't have done. She's forbidden from killing me. Surely it's just an illusion. It's not real. I whisper into the darkness. I can feel a pair of them laugh. You stupid mudblood. Draco whispers. It's not real, then why are you bleeding? Bellatrix screams aloud with pure sadistic joy. I gasp with horror as I reach out for my wrist, and yes, they're right. There's blood, warm, hot blood running over my wrist, over my skin and fingers, unstoppable. Just keeps running and running. I bite my lip, tearing the pain and horror coming from my eyes as I sob. The sobs of horror escape my lips. They turn and I stumble. A delighted crack rings out in the darkness. Go on then. Bellatrix screams. Run! Run, mudblood! Run and hide like a little coward you are! And God help me, I do. I turn around and I stagger through the darkness, trying desperately to find a way out. But there isn't one. There's no escape from the evil crack that chases me around the room. Cackle. Excuse me. Crack. What am I doing? Run, mudblood, run! You're so pathetic! I trip off my knees, and my knees bang painfully on the ground. Tears pull themselves up into my eyes, and I start to sob, curling up in the blood, curling up in a ball on the floor. Please! I scream out, as if her mad laughter rings out in the darkness. Please stop! Why are you doing this to me? I cling my wrist to my chest, feeling the blood soak into my robes as tears of agony squeeze out of my eyes. Shut up, mudblood! Shut up, Granger! I'm so used to them saying mudblood, I just said it. I didn't even think about it. Draco mutters venomously. I cannot say that word very well. He doesn't sound overjoyed, like his aunt does, just bitterly angry. You should have thought about the consequences of your actions. Might have been before you fucked my father. But I haven't! I whisper desperately. I can barely think straight. I promise you I haven't. Don't you dare lie! She shouts. I've known about it for months. How dare you try to take him away from my sister? From you mean? I scream on the floor, feeling the agony of the mutilated wrist pounding up through my arms. I can feel the blood pool around me. She's gonna die, bruh. It just gets serious. He's not coming in the foreseeable future. This is not good, guys. I feel the blood pool around me, running